So the first question that I'm going to ask you to is, are you against animal abuse?
Yes, of course.
Obviously.
Okay. So what does animal abuse mean to you?
Animal abuse to me, anything that I wouldn't want somebody to do to me, I don't think I would do to a dog.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Or actually, any animal really, but I have a dog, so I'm just thinking in the sense of a dog. Like, I know funny story. I had a stray that I picked up from Barks in Baltimore, and when I got him, he was super starved, really underweight. The people who he was he was a full-bred husky, and those dogs aren't strays. Like, they're not normally strays. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People don't really let full-bred huskies.
They love them.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the people, like you said, were abusive and didn't know how to take care of them. So they were like, am I allowed to curse on this?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Well, I think they were like F him and let him out as a stray, and ended up, and he was severely underweight. Like, that dog was, when I had him for like 5 months, I got him up to 80 pounds. When I got him, he was like 30. So
Wow.
in the lines of abuse, I think that is a good example of what falls into that.
Definitely.
And I myself, I'm a fucking 200 pounds. I wouldn't want to be starved down like fucking 100 pounds. What the hell?
Literally less than that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you don't want any. You just don't want anything bad to happen to any animal, like, whether it's physically, mentally as well. I guess, because I've seen some dogs that are scared to walk up to humans because they've been hurt. But that's
Yeah,
just like
even
small
like loud
things.
noises can stir them because they have trauma, just like we can.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you ever seen slaughterhouse footage before?
Yeah.
Are you talking about like
My
the?
sister's a vegan, so she like shows me a lot and kind of tries to, like, I guess she doesn't force it on me, but she's always like, hey, this is what happens to these animals, and it's sad. Like, I don't think it's right at all, but at the end of the day, I do believe that humans are supposed to eat meat and vegetables, and I know there's people that disagree with me, but it's just my opinion, and maybe someday I will change my mind. I'm definitely open to it. I just haven't done much research on it, but for now, that's what I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
As far as that stance, I don't really have like a belief on it. Do I think it's wrong? 100%. 100%. As far as like what my personal beliefs are, like I said, I mean, I guess I don't really, honestly, I haven't really thought about it, so I can't really give you an answer. I haven't
Yeah.
really thought about it like that. So honestly, I can't really give you like a good answer. But like I said before, if it was like maybe my kids or somebody's family, like if the roles were switched, you know what I mean? I definitely wouldn't want to get fucking slaughtered, like bread. Like, I wouldn't want my wife to get bread and then her kids to get fucking slaughtered.
Yeah.
So if I think about it like that,
So you've seen footage before?
I mean, I know it. Are you talking about like the kill houses where they like raise chickens and then
Yeah.
slaughter? Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen footage, but I know about it.
Okay. So you've heard people talk about it in detail.
Yeah, like in school, like a couple of times. But
Really?
It's, yeah.
Okay. And your girlfriend, you said speaking, your
No,
sister.
My sister, yeah.
So, has she shown you footage, or
Yeah, I
she
mean,
just
I've
talked to
kind
you?
of seen it. I've seen a little bit of it on the internet, just wandering around. But I've also, my sister shows me to kind of, point me in the right direction. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry to quotes. Some people believe that, but like I said, it's just my opinion. But yeah, it's definitely sad at the end of the day, and I don't think it's humane for that to occur to those animals. I think it's sad.
Exactly. Yeah. The definition of humane is compassion and benevolence.
Yeah, for
Can
sure.
you compassionately take someone's life for them for no
Yeah,
reason?
yeah.
And so
I think I think humans are like. It kind of sounds stupid, but I think we should be able to hunt with like bows, like our ancestors did. I think that's more humane, and I think the only reason they're getting slaughtered like this, well, there's only one reason, is to supply and demand. Right? You can't supply all that food to the grocery stores. But yeah,
I agree. I mean, I agree with the fact that like
if we taught our kids how to hunt for our food, I'm sorry, bro. If we taught our kids how to hunt for our food, we would only eat what we hunted. So there would be no animals to die.
it would be hardly any meat at all, because that's why we breed them into existence. Like you were saying, we forcefully breed them. They actually, in the dairy industry, they're called rape racks, that they put mother cows in and forcefully impregnate them over and over them to keep them giving milk because they have to be pregnant
Wait,
to
so you're
give
saying
milk.
like the animal would be extinct if we didn't do that?
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you don't think it would equate if, or like equal out if we just hunted for what we ate daily? Like if we killed like one cow or we hunted like a deer, and we ate that deer for like a month or however long that it would supply the family for. You don't think that would like those families could like still like generate a population?
So yeah, so you're looking for like an ecological like niche, like that you think would be more suitable for the environment, where we completely control the whole environment around us. And if every family were to hunt deer, they would go out of population very quickly because of how many humans there are compared to how many deer there are. So first of all, it doesn't work out to begin with. And even if you are trying to make that argument, it does work out. We're talking about like nature. We're taking our philosophy from nature. And we don't do that in any other circumstance, right? So like lions, they rape each other. They kill their own babies. You know what I mean? And we don't do that. So
Well, do you know why
we're
they
not-
do that? Do you know why they do that?
why they rape each other and kill their babies?
No, well, I'm just wondering because I've never heard that before. I was just asking.
Oh, well, I
Yeah.
mean, because
I think I honestly I don't know either, but
Yeah, I was surprised.
what I think is that just by nature, whether we're human or animal, I think we have natural instincts which are very real. That's something that everybody knows. I think science proves that we all have instincts, and I feel like that's just something that you will never ever be able to take out of a human or an animal. So I feel like, like a lion killing their babies is terrible. It's a terrible thing, but it's natural instinct, and I feel like humans also have that capability, that same natural
Exactly.
instinct.
I just want to ask why you guys, why you guys were asking questions about this.
So she's my friend. She's just kind of tagging along with me because we were hanging out. She's like, I'll go with you. I want to go to Gunpowder. And I'm like, cool, let's go. But it's activism, vegan activism. And so the reason I'm doing this is because there is a line of pigs, cows, chicken, fish, sheep, cows right now. And they're all just getting their throat slit or being pushed into gas chambers or being dropped into boiling water right now. And they're suffering and they're terrified. And there's 10 times more of them than there is us at all given times. And there doesn't have to be. I don't lose anything by being vegan. I've been vegan for 4.5 years. I enjoy my food just as much as I used to. Anything that I had that was non-vegan before, I can have that I crave today in a vegan plant-based version. And I had no idea like how appealing veganism could be when it came to my diet. And so once I seen how appealing it was and then I saw the truth, I realized I had victims.
What's your favorite
Can
vegetable?
I ask like, so as far as a vegan diet, and if there's somebody like me and him, we're avid athletes, like we work out a lot. So how would a vegan sustain a diet for an athlete? How would you match the protein intake that you're getting without meat to sustain a healthy body without, like, as a substance? Because you're not getting 200 grams of protein from fucking a cup of beans.
Yeah, so protein in vegetables is actually less bioavailable. So your body doesn't actually digest as much protein as you would if you were to eat it. I'm sorry.
You're talking about iron, heme iron,
But
and
no, it's protein. I've done a lot of. That's one thing I do know is because.
the amino acids are the same. You're talking about iron.
Iron? You sure?
Yeah, I think you're.
I could swear. I could swear it's protein, but maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, I don't really do too much research. Maybe I'm wrong. I do
I've
have
done
one
a
more-
lot of
I
research.
have 2 more questions for you. Actually.
Yeah.
I do appreciate what you're doing. But what's your favorite vegetable? I want to tell you mine, just for something fun.
I don't know, man. I love a bunch of stuff.
Just
My
give me
favorite
one.
vegetable, I guess
One, you can get all the time.
mushrooms.
Mushrooms? Wow, that's actually my least favorite. But my favorite is a Chinese broccoli. Have you ever had Chinese
broccoli?
Yeah, it's like, have you ever gone to dim sum? It's called,
This guy,
He
bro.
talks about the Chinese broccoli a lot.
yeah, no, Chinese broccoli is so good. I forgot what it's called. Bok choy. It's called bok choy.
I love bok choy.
Yeah,
I was
bok
thinking
choy.
about saying bok
Yeah, yeah, it's
choy
bok choy.
actually
It's-
for my
yeah,
favorite. I
it's-
love bok choy and
it's bok choy,
mushrooms.
Chinese
That's broccoli? I thought that was like
It's not
called
broccoli.
Chinese. I
thought it was like
It's
spinach.
a cabbage.
It's called
Oh,
Chinese.
cabbage.
It's
It's a
called
type of
Chinese
cabbage.
broccoli though, but it's really
Yeah.
good. It's my favorite. I could eat that all day. But it only grows once a season. But if you
The
could,
crunch
if you
at the
could feed me that, I
bottom.
promise you I'd go vegan. I'd eat that every day. Promise.
Yeah, it's good in ramen for sure.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
udon.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Udon's
Yeah, that
vegan.
is good. But yeah. Do you have any more questions?
Yeah, so it's you saying that you're against animal abuse, and it sounds like there's a lot of practical concerns when it comes to diet and changing that. Well, the large dietetic associations in the world have proven that it is healthy, not if not healthier, proven longer longevity without the cholesterol and added fiber for a plant-based diet, especially a whole food plant-based diet. Being for every stage of life, it's healthy. It's what it is.
No, I do know. I
And-
do know. Like, so what I was saying about the protein like inefficiencies between the two.
Yeah.
What I will say is that I know there's like obviously there's protein powders that there are which can be good substitutes, but even those protein powders have a ton of.
Have you ever
are
heard of
chemically,
anyone
like-
being protein efficient in the United States? It doesn't really happen unless you're just under eating altogether, right? Protein
like
is the
a-
lowest macronutrient that we need out of the three.
It's also,
No,
because,
but
it's also because Americans are the least active in the whole world.
And I also think that protein is it's even if it's not, which I don't know the stats, but if it's not, it has to be because those are the building blocks of every single cell in your body is protein. You need those proteins. They're literally they're
Yes.
building blocks of cells.
Yes, but fat and carbs are burnt more than rebuilding your proteins are used. That's why you need the least of it in pretty much almost every like dietary.
I have two more questions.
One more question, bro. We gotta
Alright,
go.
we'll go.
One more question.
I'm gonna say them both fast. Just give me a quick response. First question. Do you think humans are supposed to eat any type of meat, like whether it be fish or any land animal?
Supposed to. So if we're talking about how we're physiologically designed to eat,
Yeah.
we were taught that we're omnivores, and there is a political, more business reason to that. Like the Got Milk campaign.
Yeah,
The schools were paid to do that. We don't need milk from another species.
Yeah, I agree with you. I
So
agree with you.
no, we're actually frugivores.
We're frutivores.
Frugivores.
What is frugivore?
So it's okay. So herbivores, they eat sticks and leaves,
Yeah.
right? They're not plant eaters. They're plant eaters, but they're
Yeah.
not like all the plants. A frugivore is what we call a herbivore and think usually. So it's basically they eat shoots, nuts, grains, seeds, beans, tubulars like potatoes,
Yeah.
all of the vegetables basically. That's a frugivore.
Oh, I see.
Lots of fruit,
Yeah, so a lot of carbs. I see. That makes
which
sense.
is the bulk of our diet.
No, it is. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
which is how
Carbs
we've
is
developed
energy.
these big brains
Yeah,
from
yeah.
cooking carbs like sweet potatoes and
Yeah,
stuff like
for
that.
sure,
Actually,
For sure. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
at home, I'm going out to the grocery store and I'm buying like if I'm getting honey,
And this-
just wild honey. Like if I'm getting like
honey's not vegan, by the way.
really. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Damn,
No,
I
you're
picked the worst thing
fine.
to say.
It's funny. No,
Yeah.
You can have dandelion honey.
That's
yeah.
a good but it's good
No.
because that's a good example of how little that the average person knows about.
Exactly, and that's why I'm here because I never thought about it before in my life. I was sexually abused most of my life, and I always thought like, wow, how could these people do this to me? There's so many horrible people in the world. The whole time I have victims, and I never even thought about them. It's 200 animals a year that are literally bred just to be tortured and die for no reason, and we don't even think about it. We're just taught that's the way it's supposed to be, and it makes no sense at all. So
No, I understand. Honestly, I appreciate talking with you.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
because you learn something new every day.
yeah. So I wish I had my cards with me. It usually has
we
my
just find you
socials
on
on
Yeah,
it.
actually, I'll
Yeah,
subscribe to
do
your YouTube.
that. That's
Let me
smart.
get your YouTube.
Instagram. Yeah, it's Paige DeBusk on
Oh,
I don't
yep,
use
yep.
Instagram because I